Hello viewers, in this video lecture we are going to see one topic clustering from the 4th unit ensemble techniques and unsupervised learning for the subject artificial intelligence and machine learning. Objectives are to understand the concepts of clustering and to learn about the cluster analysis. Actually, clustering is forming a data clusters. The data objects will be grouped into different clusters based upon their features. So the data objects with the similarity will be formed into one cluster, and the different data objects with the different features, that is the having the dissimilarity, will be added to the different cluster. So given a set of objects, place them in a group such that the objects in a group are similar. So the data objects in a same cluster will have same features or similar to one another and different from the objects in the other groups. So this is called as cluster analysis. Cluster analysis can be a powerful data mining tool for any organization that needs to identify discrete groups of customers, sales transactions, or other types of behaviors and things. For example, insurance providers use cluster analysis to detect fraudulent claims, and banks used it for the credit scoring. Cluster analysis uses mathematical models to discover groups of similar customers based on the smallest variations among customers within each group. So cluster is a group of objects that belong to the same class. In other words, the similar objects are grouped in one cluster and dissimilar objects are grouped in another cluster. It is the process of partitioning a set of data in a set of meaningful subclasses. Every data in the subclass shares a common trait. It helps a user understand the natural grouping or structure in a data set. Various types of clustering methods are partitioning methods, hierarchical clustering, fuzzy clustering, density-based clustering, and model-based clustering. It is the process of grouping a set of data objects into clusters. So, having many advantages, the clustering algorithms having many desirable properties like scalability, ability to deal with different data types, minimal requirements for domain knowledge to determine input parameters, interoperability and usability. Clustering of data is a method by which large set of data are grouped into clusters of smaller set of similar data. Clusters can be considered most important supervised learning problems. So a cluster is a collection of objects which are similar between them and dissimilar to the objects belonging to the different clusters. The similarity criterion is distance. For example, two or more objects belong to the same cluster. They are close according to their given distance. This is called distance-based clustering. So this is the common process, that is the raw data. Raw data consists of all kind of different data objects, and it will be applied to the clustering algorithm. Clustering algorithm will analyze the properties of the data items, features of the data objects, and according to the features, according to the levels of similarity, and data objects will be classified into different clusters. So the clustering algorithm attempts to find natural groups, components, or data based on some similarity. Also, the clustering algorithm finds the centroid of a group of data sets. To determine the cluster membership, most algorithms evaluate the distance between a point and the cluster centroids. The output from a clustering algorithm is basically a statistical description of the cluster centroids with the number of components in each cluster. Cluster centroid. The centroid of a cluster is a point whose parameter values are the mean of the parameter values of all the points in the cluster. Each cluster has a well-defined centroid. Distance. The distance between two points is taken as a common metric to see the similarity among the components of population. The commonly used distance measure is the Euclidean metric, which defines the distance between 2 points. So this is the formula. There are two set of points, P1, P2 and Q1, Q2 point. Two set of points are there. So this is the formula to find out the distance, Euclidean distance between the points. The goal of clustering is to determine the intrinsic grouping in a set of unlabeled data. But how to decide what constitutes a good clustering? It can be shown that there is no absolute best criterion which would be independent of the final aim of the clustering. Cluster analysis helps construct meaningful partition of a large set of objects. Cluster analysis has been widely used in numerous applications including pattern recognition, data analysis and image processing, etc. Clustering algorithms may be of different types: exclusive clustering, overlapping clustering, hierarchical clustering, and probabilistic clustering. Similarly, and also we can see a good clustering method will produce high quality clusters, high intra-class similarity and low inter-class similarity. The quality of a clustering result depends on both the similarity measure used by the method and its implementation. The quality of a clustering method is also measured by its ability to discover some or all of the hidden patterns. Clustering techniques may be of two types: partitioning cluster methods, hierarchical methods, and density based methods. That's all. Thank you.